Okay, so we started. So today is April 9th, and I'm going to be talking about how to day trade in current markets. My name is Sergey Savastyuk. I have PhD in applied mathematics and been trading quite a long time. And I created this system which I'm going to be showing you, and that system is going to help you to day trade or to do long-term investing. Okay. So our company called Tickeron, and Tickeron is a Security and Exchange Commission registered company. I kind of like to start here because it is an important element of our company where you can compare our company with a lot of other companies which are not registered, okay? And the difference is that if the company is not registered, they can make unfounded earning claims. They can pretty much say anything, okay? But as you can see, Federal Trade Commission is suing Online Trading Academy for false or unfounded earnings claims, okay? They were charging $50,000 per course and went into the trouble with the Federal Trade Commission, okay? So how to find out if the company is a Security and Exchange Commission registered? You can go to legal or any general information and find this form called ADV Part 2, okay? That's a Betterment, it's known company. You can find similar form at our site, and that way you can be somewhat insured that we are not claiming more that we can deliver. Particularly in this business, we cannot guarantee you anything, okay? And that's an important thing. We do not guarantee, but we give you somewhat interesting concept as the odds of success, okay? So why to learn the algorithms and why to learn how to trade with algorithms? Because quite a lot of trades, almost 75% global trades is handled by algorithms, okay? And that's also an important statement. So what I'm going to show you today, I will show you basics of a trading plan development. I will tell you what is the odds of trading success is. And then I will tell you about our proprietary stuff, analyze the trade group analysis. Okay, I will show you the way how you can get trained using the paper trading. I will show you how to set up watch list in the current markets and set up your scanners. And I will show you with these examples how to find trends and how to trade in these volatile markets, okay? But the first, a little bit about the terminology, okay? So if you have any plan, then it's typically gonna be like in these four categories, okay? First is a trend continued. So you kind of see the trend going up and you bet on the fact it's going to continue. The trading on the dip, it stock goes up, then a little bit down, and then going up. Then breakout. It's similar to trend continued, but you have to cross a particular line. And this is a trend reversal when stocks goes down, and then you want to find this point and then go up, okay? Then I will tell you from my experience of others, never do this trend reversal search, okay? Don't try to find where you can make the most of the money. Your goal in this environment to make money. And that way you will use these techniques and you're not going to use this one, okay? So the demonstration is here where in the half pipe, you see one person kind of goes from one side to another. Or another example, I found another picture when you have this ski jumping, right? So you kind of jumping and you fly, right? So idea is what? Is go down, 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 then go up and then fly. When this is a one person flying in the half pipe, also skiing or like with the boarding. So when you trade in this volatility, you want to really trade in this zone, okay? When you fly up and then take your profit and get down, and then here is like fly go down, find again good opportunity, and so on, if it is one stock. But if you constantly finding this type of places with the trends, so you're jumping from one trend to another, from one stock to another in this territory, then you're in a good shape. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing. So what I will show you how to find these places and then when to enter and when to exit. So what are the odds of trading success? Okay, you've heard most likely about backtesting. If you've not heard about that at all, then I will tell you what it is. When people create strategy, let's say plan, okay? So let's assume you have a plan to do continued trading plan, okay? So what you want to really find out is you bet on this continued trend, and then with the particular conditions, I will tell you what the conditions are. The question is, if you go back to the history of this particular stock, how many trends were continued and how many trends really didn't work out well, right? So what you really do is, this is your idea, right? Trend continued. So you go back to the history and find the similar circumstances, similar cases. And that would be the backtesting, okay? And that's what is typically done by other companies, or typically you do it by yourself. When you find a strategy and you want to test the strategy with algorithms. So the typical steps are, you have an algorithm or you create an algorithm, then you backtest, okay? In our case, in our system, all these algorithms, all this strategy pre-calculated, okay? So what it means when I give you some idea, we don't need to go to do the backtesting, it is pre-calculated. How it is pre-calculated? Our system goes back to the history and finds, okay, stock went up, and it continued, success. Stock went up and then failed. Oh, okay, it's a failure. Stock went up, success, up, down, failure. So if out of 4, 2 successes, odds of success 50%. Is that good? It's not quite excellent, okay? Let's take another example. Let's say trading on a dip. It's another circumstances, another shape, right? And that's what we're going to be doing. I will be showing you the shapes, and that what our system does, it goes back, and in this case, success, failure, because it didn't go up, then success, success. 3 out of 4, it's 75% chances it's going to go up, okay? If anybody going to tell you that they have 100% chances of going up, then just run away from those people. This stuff does not exist, okay? That's what is important. In our case, these odds of success, they are pre-calculated. And that's where you can always see them. Is there a chance it's going to go this way? Yes. And the chances are quite 25%, which is quite a lot. So what we learned so far, you have to have a plan. You have to have like a mental model, what you want to trade and what you like to trade. And now, it's important also concept of the understanding where the herd going, to the left, to the right, straight. And then there's always going to be a ship which is going to be outside, okay? And what you want to do is to really follow this entire group. If you do not follow this entire group, most likely you're going to lose. Okay? You should stay with the group, okay? And so what we want to do, we really want to fly like that, right? So that's our goal for today. So let me show how to use our system step by step. So this is our system. You see, I did not even log in. And then what I see is, here is the signals, okay, which are going into the system. So this is like a trade signals and news feed. And then here are some assessment of the market today, okay? This is the market today. Dow Jones went about 1.25, Standard & Poor's, Nasdaq, Russell. Well, Russell was doing well today, okay? You can click here and see what was going on. Okay, within a week, they gained quite a lot. So if you would have caught this trend, you would have made money, right? You don't need a lot. If you would have caught within a week, let's say 5%, 5% within 1 week, it's a good deal. Okay? So what you can do is as follows. Okay, so you can let's say view and then look what is going on with other. This is a major indices. S&P, Dow, this is ETF, okay? Inverse ETFs, they lost 7%, okay? Commodities, they lost. So you gotta get sense of what's going on the market with bonds, with the international currencies, okay? So one of the things you just can do the following. You click here, so that means I selected this set. I can select more, but I'm not gonna do it now. But I wanna assess a market in general, because this is Russell, S&P, it's pretty much everything major exists in the market. I go here and I look at the summaries, okay? Just make sure you remember the summaries, okay? Then what I see, you see DIS, PYQQQ, IWM, ETFs, and then what our proprietary stuff shows that this is pretty much how many buyers on the market and how many sellers. You see, you've been a lot of selling, and even kind of this week, I said it looks like there is some bottom. I don't know if it's going to reverse, but at this moment, as you can see, the number of buyers is equal to number of sellers. Okay, and what it means it's kind of stabilized, and on a relatively long trend, it is a lot of buying going on. Okay, let's look. DIA has a trend reversal. SPY has trend reversal, which is S&P. QQQ, which is a NASDAQ, is a kind of hesitating, and Russell is also up. So what it tells me in this environment that we in the mood of going up. That mood is going to be sustainable tomorrow? I don't know. But a few days ago, I said we kind of catching up here, and that's what we saw, 10% jump even in this territory. Okay? There's a lot of way to go up. Would be a lot of buying. With bad news, might reverse, but the bottom is here. Okay, so first thing in this search for this particular place is to determine what is going on with the market. Okay, yeah, so this is what you can do. Okay, the good thing is that we can look at that in a scanner. Okay, the way scanner works, you can click here and all 4 tickers are going to go to the scanner immediately. Okay, now I'm creating a scanner, okay, with a DIA with all these 4 tickers, right? This is a trading session as of today. Okay? That's how it started. It was a gap up, and that's what was going on. So that means that the market makers kind of kept the price up. It was a little bit of fluctuation, and but it was stable. Okay. So what you want to do is to really look at this column. Okay. Here for today, for now, it's going to stay 0. Why? Because the market is closed. Market opens at 6:30, closes at 1 p.m. But when it opens, and when at any moment you click, let's say you wake up at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you want to see what's going on with the market, then you can start a scanner with these 4, right? And then you will see pieces of that information. It's going up, down, and that's going to be reflecting from the moment of your entrance to the scanner. Okay, this is an important tool. I will show you later how to use it with our setups. Okay, but that's the first scanner I would have set up to see what's going on with the market and seeing these ups and downs. So what we like, we like this type of a lengthy ups. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back to the home. Okay, and let's look at something with the news. Okay, so what we see, Citigroup is 14% up. Okay, Then some other companies up. You see, there's a lot of news here, which you can, Las Vegas up, okay? KLA, you see, there's a lot of stuff going up. Okay, what you can do, let's say you like just randomly selecting Intel. Okay, everyone knows Intel. Okay, and then here is the so-called add tag. Okay, right out of these signals, you can click here, and then you say, yeah, I kind of like and understand semiconductors, and want to see what's going to happen with semiconductors. You click button search. Okay. And now you're going to see that group analysis, okay? That's what I'm talking about now. I want to see where all the semiconductors go. It's my herd now, right? So let's see, okay. This is semiconductors, okay? What I have here, 74 tickers being analyzed together, okay? And then as you can see, it's also reached some bottom, it goes up, right? Then what it means I kind of determined that semiconductors, my herd, is kind of gonna go down, gonna go up, right? So with this, I found that from the news, okay? So what I can do is also to kind of sort them different ways, like I can remove Xilinx. One way of doing that here is to for instance, create a watch list, okay? So I'm clicking here. I have to sign up, okay, to create the watch list. For us to remember, I have to sign up. So you see, I'm staying at the same place, okay? Okay, and you see the same. I'm gonna now create again my watch list. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm create new watch list, and I'm gonna type right here semis. Today is what, April 4th, 09, and I'm thinking they're gonna go up. Okay, up. So boom, and then it's been created. And what I'm gonna do, let's say tomorrow, okay, I'm gonna come in the morning and I wanna see what's going on with my watch list of semis, okay? I'm gonna go to my watch lists, and then you see, yeah, here, okay? Oh, I wrote 309, I'm sorry, 409, okay? But I still remember the semis. I'm opening that watch list, okay? And I can prepare for tomorrow, today, okay? So what I see here, the same 74 stocks, and I can do the following. I can do technical analysis, I can do fundamental analysis, and then sort that out by different means. What it means, okay, I'm here assuming you know a little bit about technical analysis. If you've not heard about that, then there are a lot of ways to learn, including our side, but this is a stochastic, RSI, Arun, MACD, momentum, and moving averages, okay? These percentages are given as the odds of success. You see, a lot of people would force you to backtest every single strategy, for instance, for this company, right? AMD, right? You see, first of all, it says overbought today. So it's on overbought territory. But at the same time, the moving averages was signaled 2 days ago. And then that signal was 2 days ago. In any other software will tell you, oh, okay, 2 days ago was buy, but what about odds of success today? Not 2 days ago, but today. Oh, okay, nobody's doing that, but we do. You see here that we recalculated that even though the signal was 2 days ago, we recalculated we still have a really success story for AMD, and that signal was 17 days ago. It's still good for Bollingers, okay? 9 days ago, 11 days. Okay, so that means AMD is a kind of really good candidate, right? So what I'm gonna do tomorrow, I'm gonna come open this list, and then I will look at this stuff, see that maybe the best of them, UCTA score. I can click here and see only green stuff, okay? So there are some others, you see how much of a dip here, and let me look at this. Okay, so you see, this is our ski jumping shape, right? So this one is good. So all of them are good because, yeah, this one is already a little bit of aggressive, but still might fly. But this one, you see, this is a kind of perfect stuff, right? Type of a trampoline and ski jumping technique, right? All of them. Right? Uh, so uh, from today's market, this is a technical analysis of different elements, okay? And then you can also look at the fundamental analysis and read about that at our system. Typical fundamentals look like that, okay? What you have to understand in a fundamental analysis, what is the PB ratio, PE ratio, cash per share, beta, EPS, ROE, and all this stuff, right? PEG ratios. I really doubt you know all of this, but what we did, we reintroduced this analysis, okay? Let's say valuation rating. It could be undervalued, fair valued, and overvalued. Okay? So what you do, you really look at the kind of good technical analysis companies which are somewhat undervalued. Okay? So if you like to buy undervalued, then you see they're still undervalued in this category of what semiconductors. Okay, some of them already overvalued, and you might be cautious with them, but this is undervalued company. Okay, if you're looking at some type of balance between profit and risk, this is our own rating where it is a good companies which have not a lot of volatility but good profits, and then that's this rating. Okay, SMR stands for sales, margin, and returns, which evaluates the business model. It's another way of trying to find the good companies. Okay, price growth ratings. Okay, let's look at the price growth ratings. You see, this is companies which are kind of growing consistently. See, this is a very consistent growth. That's what this rating finds. And there's a PE growth, which is the price per earnings growth, which is an important for the business model. But that one is also a seasonality score. Okay, what is a seasonality score? It's our proprietary also score, which looks whether or not there are some elements of season, let's say back to school season or winter season, or something where the companies have more or less of a sales. And then you can look at that, and if there is a red flag on this, then I would have been careful, right? So instead of this complicated stuff related to the classical fundamentals, we have our own ratings, which really help to analyze. Okay, the outlook rating allows us to look at the volume of the buyers and sellers. So that means these ones have, you see, you remember I started from Intel. Intel has a good opportunity still. Okay, so there might be ups and downs, but it looks good. Okay. So you see, you remember I started right here, and then I went through some hoops and then created the watch list. Okay. So what I did, I showed you this thing. Okay, let me show you. I showed you this trends from the news feeds. Okay. So let me talk to you about the paper trading them. Okay. So here, let's assume I want to trade Intel, okay, INTC, okay. Let me do the following, okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to my paper trades, Okay, so you see it's here, and this is a sum of my paper trades. Made 6,000. Okay, uh, then you see here open trades, closed trades, and pending trades. So what you do, you put here INTC today, but there would be no order. It's like works like a typical brokerage. It would be no money, no nothing, but you're gonna think, okay, I kind of betting you have to buy Intel. You see, market is closed. It's gonna buy on a, you see, it's a pending order, Intel, and then buy at the opening bell, right? It's gonna buy what? It's gonna buy 10,000 worth of Intel, and we will see what happens. Okay. So when the market is open, you can train yourself and see how it works for you. Uh, that's an important thing. If you don't want to lose money, you can go and train yourself with the paper trades, and that way you would create your own personal type of mental model how you like to trade. You want to really confirm that some of the methods work for you, and in this market environment you can test a lot of your own and our strategies. Okay, so as you can see, I showed you that simple paper trades. Let me see. Yeah. If you want, you can, let's say, do AMD, let's say AMD, you can sell short, right? If you know what is a sell short is, that you bet on the fact that it's going to go down. Okay? If the trade is going to go down, then you're going to make money. Okay, so as soon as from pending orders is going to move to open trades. In open trades, you have to do also manually sell. Okay, so what you do, sell, and then sell with this profit. But as you can see here, market close, and it's going to sell at the opening bell. Okay, let's click it here and then see what happens. So I left one trade open. I have 3 pending orders, and this is the close trade. So what you can do here is to really look on your results and see how you perform. Again, that's a lot of statistics. With the 80 trades, 71% were good, 2 made short, and they were also good, and that's the overall result. Okay, please use it, because that's the best way to get trained, and that way you're going to be able to learn and then be confident when you're going to trade your real money. Okay, now let's go back to the main system, and I will show you how to use our screener. Okay, so the one method was from the news. Another method is from the screener. So I'm typing screener home. And let's make another setup, okay? Yeah, I already was there. I look at the, you see, when you click here, 1 day, 1 week, 1 quarter, this is all the industries which being hit pretty hard. So what I did also, I went to energy metals, okay? And then when I click here, you see, click, right? So when you click here, you get immediately all companies, 72 companies, okay, here. In fact, it shows 72, even though here is 155. You'll say, why? Because here is another setup. If you look at all 155, then there are some penny stocks, okay? Some people like penny stocks, some people don't. Those who don't like penny stocks, they click here, stocks excluding pennies, right? So that way you are left with the 72 companies which are solid, which are not pennies, because it's pretty risky to trade penny stocks. So you now have 72 companies, okay? So you see ExxonMobil, Chevron, Total, BP, all of them. And you see, this is a similar kind of a ski jumping type of graph, right? Which is not bad. And then what you're going to do is also see what's going to happen tomorrow. What's what you do? Click here. And then I'm going to add 20 out of 72, but I can extend the page and then make, let's say I'm going to make 40. This sorted by market capitalization. Okay. So what you can do is also sort by the change. Okay. So let's assume I want to sort by 1 quarter. This is a lot of gain within one quarter. It's 420%. I will then click it again. And then you see it is some of them been losing on a quarter. And you will see, okay, if that means they've been behind of the gains. And then you can do by different approaches, either like a trampoline, or you can say, okay, I'm gonna be really, you see, I'm sorting by market capitalization, and I wanna play it safe. I'm gonna really work with big companies, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click here, and here add to, and again, I'm gonna create another watch list. You see, I was creating that watch list, and that actually made some money. And I'm going to create another one, oil. Today is 4/9. Enter. Okay. So this watch list was created for tomorrow. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, again, I'm going to come after login. And again, my watch lists here, you see these portfolios you can create, but we're talking about not long-term, we're talking about short-term watch lists, okay? And then oil 4/9, I'm clicking here. So now this is my watch list for tomorrow. Okay. So then tomorrow I'm clicking here, and then moving all of them to scanner in the morning, okay? When I'm clicking here in the scanner, then I really want to see what's going on right in this column. I can also look at the headlines, what are people writing about the particular company, and every company different headlines. You can quickly read the news. And then we soon going to have an option. You can follow our progress of the development. You're going to click here, and you can do the paper trade from here. Okay. So let's analyze what happened over today. What's really going on. I see that the market maker is still kind of jumping up, meaning there's a gap up. When that line is a line of a closing of yesterday, and this is a line of the prices moving today. Okay, you see this one was gap up, right? This gap up a little bit here, all of them kind of gapping up, and they're not sustainable, right? So that means, you see, you can analyze today's session, you see all of them gapping up. A lot of people trade now gaps up, closing them or continuing them. So when you look at this, then you would think, okay, neither of them really sustain gaps of today. So that means tomorrow, if let's say Russian and Saudis are not going to give a final okay on their deal, that might be slippage. Okay? So that means when you come and you prepare, you will see in the morning what's going on with this particular short. And all of them, if all of them moving down, okay, what you can do is see the following. If they're aggressively moving down, then what you do is find the one is like a lost sheep, right? So which lost the least. And if the entire herd is going down, the probability of the one which lost the least is going to be really good, and you can bet on that one and then sell short. Okay? If all of them moving up, then again, you find the one which is behind of moving up, you bet, and then things are moving up. Okay, and then if everyone is moving up, that's good. That's the direction of the herd. You really don't want to look at only one Konica and then bet on the Konica. You really want to see, okay, where's that thing moving? You see, half a day, all of them were somewhat positive. Okay, and that's what means to analyze the herd. Okay. Let me do the following. Okay, so this is my watch list. Okay. And then what I can do, I can analyze and forecast the summary for my herd related to oil. I can click here. Let's see what happens. So I have all of them here. And then it appears that the forecast is, I see here also more buyers than sellers. There's been a lot of buying here. And if okay, you see from this perspective of the half pipe or the ski jumping, it's kind of somebody going to be flying right here quite along, and most likely it's going to continue if Russians and Saudis are going to make the deal. Okay, so as you can see, Chevron, Total. I said they already made some money, and that's why we were giving some signals to buy. Okay, so for everyone, what we have, let me show you one more thing. If you click on this, then you're gonna get to the real analysis of the single company. Okay, now we're gonna go down bottom. As you can see, that's the analysis of the week. This is analysis of the month, okay, and this is a monthly commentaries, okay. So if you want to look at the 6 month, so this is all. So drawdown was 61%, lost still 23% lost, and analysis goes like that. You see, this is analysis of every single indicator. If you don't know about momentum indicator, you click here and you read about the momentum indicator, okay? So that's how you finalize your final thought. Oh, okay, you want to really make the trade with the total, right? And then you can look at the support resistance lines, additional information, our trend predictions. Trend predictions, okay, so let's see. You see on the week, this is our AI premium product, which says, be careful. It kind of went it went up too far, and it might be some problems, okay? So how to work with our premium products, I will show you briefly. So you go here, and you have to subscribe either to the parent search engine, trend predictions. Let's start from the parent, okay? What are the patterns? Patterns are the such shapes like doctors prescribe in ECG, right? So that's a very low head and shoulder, okay? Why it's head and shoulder? Let me reverse because this is going up. Let me reverse for you. So as you can see, this is a head. This is two shoulders, okay? So this is a setup of going down. It's kind of going up, down, and then you see there is a line. It turns out if it, you remember I showed you through the breakout line. If it breaks that line, there's a really high probability it's going to go here, and that way we're going to give you entry point, and this is exit point. Okay, if it's going down, if we find the pattern like that, which is inverse head and shoulder, then you see going down, up, stop, okay, down, up, again, approximately stop. So what our AI can do, find this type of patterns, and we can give you entry point and exit point, okay? That's the trading with patterns, and breakout points. In order to get there, you go to artificial intelligence and pattern search engine. So if you want to read a lot about these patterns, go to these pattern types and statistics. So there we support about 37 different patterns. You can read about each of them. There are some famous like channels, cup and handle, flag, and there's, you see, head and shoulder, bar, right? So if you click here, you can read about the psychology of this type of patterns and understand why after this particular shape going through breakout entry, it's going to go to the target price. So what we do, we calculate exactly when to enter and where to exit, okay? And then you can analyze statistics. We give a confidence level and then statistics. So the higher the confidence level, then the better the statistics. So that means confidence levels like odds of success. 76% of patterns were good and made, this is a trades made with this technique. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna go here, advanced search, and can prepare yourself for tomorrow. So how you do? You say, okay, I want only confirm patterns, and then you remove bearish. You're thinking about only for tomorrow for bullish, and then you say, okay, I want really good odds of success for the particular companies. So in order to analyze each one of them, you click here. Okay, so it's called the three rising valley bullish pattern for the company loop, which you can click here and see more details, right? And then so distance to target 11%, confidence 55, and that's how it looks. So the real pattern looks like that. You see it went down. There's found the support line. Pattern found the breakout. April 8 emerged. So that means it was yesterday. It's pretty fresh. The chance of success pretty high. It can make like 11%. So that means 832 is a target price. 729 it's entry price. Okay, and then if we click here, it is now 650. Is that too late? Not at all. Okay, so it's enough of a distance to make 5 to 6%. Okay, so what you can do if you subscribe to this product, you can take, let's say, 30 patterns with the best statistics and go, and what you're going to do, you're going to create another watch list. Okay, add new, and then type today is what, 4 9 and patterns. Okay, and then click here, enter. So we added another watch list for tomorrow for the bullish concept, right? So if I want to think if it's going to happen bearish, then our pattern search engine, you see pattern search engine, finds all bearish patterns, and I create another bearish watch list. Come here and then add new. You see, I didn't write it there, but I can write it up dark. Let me see. Okay, 5, 9 patterns down, right? Bearish. Enter. So I created another watch list, and that way, what I'm going to do tomorrow, I created now about 4 watch lists. Why? Because I don't know what the direction is going to go. I set up, looks like 3 up and then 1 down. We're going to come tomorrow. I'm going to open my watch lists. You see, I'm going to open this and this, and that all of them on the 4, right? And then I'm going to open them. Okay. So these patterns, they are nothing to do with one industry. You see, this is biology, alternative energy, all kinds of stuff, but all of them have some kind of pattern foundation for that. Okay, and all of them are going to be down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come tomorrow, click here, open the scanner, and I'm gonna start scan them. Okay. And then see which ones kind of coming to the direction being predicted, and all of them supposed to go down. Okay. So we have 6:45, we have 15 minutes left. Turns out that the last webcast I did, the Zoom conference, which we've been using now, shut me down. So we have 15 minutes for your questions. I didn't show you this trend prediction engine, which predicts trends. And then you can do it yourself, or I can show what I didn't show. Like, let me finish that. So let me do like that, and then I will. So pattern search change. Okay. So what I did in advanced search, I search of today, right? But if you click here on the daily alerts, what's going to happen is that you will be able to make the same setup as I did in the advanced search. If I'm satisfied with the minimum confidence, price range, distance to target, then every day you're going to be receiving these alerts. See? So I set up to receive bullish alerts with confidence greater than 68%, and that way you can set it up and then keep receiving them as new. Or you can use the advanced search, the same, you see, setup, but it works today without the alerts. You're not going to receive alerts on that page. The same way set up is the trend prediction engine. You see, it's very similar. Confidence level. Then here, what you see is our forecast of the trends. So let's assume I'm going to be unclicking bearish and sideways forecast. Then it's going to be only green. And that way, I'm going to be able to create next month. You see, this is sorted by the confidence. Okay. So you see, this is all shapes we like, right? See, all shapes we like. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I also can create another watch list on up, or I can create another watch list of down. I'm sorry. If down, I have to click here. Okay, so I created some opportunities down. I'm gonna look at the scanner. If the scanner supports my ideas, then I'm gonna be buying or selling. And maybe I'm gonna do both. But these are my setups for trading either paper trades or trading the real money. Okay, guys? So if you know how Zoom works, then somewhere chat, okay? So you can chat me a question. So if you see it here, you can ask me a question. In 12 minutes, the Zoom is going to shut us down, and we have 12 minutes for questions. Okay, so you can type a question, or I think there is a concept of the raising hand. Okay. I'm thinking about trading options. AI prediction engine would help me to better vision when doing so. However, I haven't been able to get into funds on whether we'll buy 100 shares of the underlying stock or not. You see, if people kind of like options, I can tell you, it really doesn't matter options or stocks. What matters is whether or not you're guessing and calculating your directions properly. And it doesn't matter you trade stock and options. What matters is the direction. Okay. Whether or not you're gonna optimize based on the whether or not this underlying expensive or it is not. This is another level of optimization for options, but I've never seen when I traded option that it really helped me. What really helps is the direction. If you just focus on the calculation of a direction, then you're going to be better off, because everything else, it's just secondary. It is for super professionals. Market typically prices options properly. If they're expensive, that means there's a lot of risk. If they're not expensive, you're not going to get a lot. My opinion, you should not be focusing on other techniques but the trends. If you know the trend, you're going to win because there's enough of the movement. You're going to win in this environment. What you better do, if you guessed it right, get out as soon as you get enough of the profit. And if you're wrong, also get out because you can lose much more. If you don't mind to lose the entire premium for the option, that's fine, you can stay. But in this environment, it's better to be changing your opinion about the direction fast. And that way, you're gonna win more. Don't stick with the particular losses. That's a typical mistake of the beginners, is to stick with losses thinking they're gonna recover. Get out on a certain loss. Let's say you set up 5% lose and move out. And if you be consistently making 6 and losing 5, you're going to be in really good shape. Don't. I don't have that much of a fun to analyze options more than the trend. Okay. Any other questions, guys? That was a good question. Sure, thank you. Anybody else, guys? Yeah, we have another 9 minutes before this is going to be shutting down. My prediction for the market tomorrow might be still moving up, even though it's moved up enough. What you want to do, if you really day trade, then you really get sense of a herd, right? So you look at the entire market, look at the herd of a particular industry, and then try to be in that trend. Don't go outside. Don't be contrarian in this market. It's pretty tough. You're going to be losing too much. Okay, so these are my pieces of the knowledge, and I shared with you the system. You can subscribe, or you can get some private sessions. You can go here and schedule some private session academy, and then one-on-one lessons. Then I can go into details more. But in the meantime, we can look and see what gonna be the next webcast next week. So next market analysis with the AI. I can go here deeper where we use AI, where we don't use AI, and then kind of talk about that one. So you can also listen other webcasts, more details about odds of success. This is more about the screener. I didn't go through screener too much today because there is a special webcast about the screener. This money with patterns. This is more details about the patterns. I didn't go to details. This is about trend predictions. Okay. And again, patterns, a couple of patterns. So you can guys go back and then listen to that, get more knowledge, and then come back next week. And then we can discuss some other topics. Okay, any other questions? Okay, if there is no other questions, guys, I hope you're gonna have a good day tomorrow and the rest of the week. Oh, tomorrow is going to be market closed, by the way. Tomorrow, market closed. That's what I know. So then I will hope you're going to be having a good week next week. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing. And then I'm going to stop this meeting. Okay. Thank you guys for coming, and bye-bye.